In the heart of Lagos, Nigeria, where towering skyscrapers overlooked bustling streets, two worlds coexisted but never collided until fate intervened. Aisha Adeyemi, the daughter of one of the wealthiest businessmen in Africa, lived a life of privilege and luxury. Meanwhile, Tunde Owolabi, a poor boy from the slums of Makoko, fought every day for survival. Aisha had everything: a sprawling mansion, designer clothes, and access to the best education money could buy. But in all her riches, she felt trapped, burdened by expectations, and longing for freedom. Tunde, on the other hand, had nothing but his dreams, yet he carried a heart full of hope and an unshakable determination to make something of himself. Their paths crossed in the most unexpected way, setting off a journey neither of them anticipated. It was a humid evening when Aisha's car broke down in an unfamiliar part of the city. Her driver had left to find a mechanic, leaving her stranded. As she stepped out to get some air, a group of boys surrounded her, their intentions anything but friendly. Just as fear gripped her, Tunde appeared, his confidence and street smarts scattering the boys. He led her to safety, guiding her through the narrow alleys of his neighborhood. For the first time in her life, Aisha saw a different side of Lagos, a world she had only heard about but never truly understood. Grateful, she promised to repay him, but Tunde waved it off with a smile. He didn't do it for money. It was simply the right thing to do. Curious about his world, Aisha sought him out again. Tunde was hesitant at first, their lives were too different. But as they spent more time together, they discovered a bond that defied their backgrounds. Aisha admired Tunde's intelligence and ambition. He spoke of his dreams to become an engineer, to build bridges, both literal and metaphorical, to unite different classes of society. In return, Tunde was fascinated by Aisha's kindness and the way she saw past wealth and status. Their friendship blossomed in secrecy, hidden from Aisha's disapproving family and Tunde's skeptical friends. Yet, the more they learned about each other, the more they realized how much they needed one another. As the months passed, their friendship deepened into something more. They stole moments under the moonlight, whispering dreams of a world where love wasn't dictated by status or wealth. But reality loomed over them like a storm cloud. Aisha's father, Chief Adeyemi, was furious when he learned about Tunde. He saw the boy as nothing more than a distraction, an unworthy suitor for his daughter. Tunde was warned to stay away, threatened with consequences if he didn't. But love isn't so easily destroyed. Tunde refused to give up. He worked tirelessly, taking odd jobs and studying late into the night. He won a scholarship to a prestigious university, proving that he was more than just a poor boy from the slums. Meanwhile, Aisha fought her own battles. Her father arranged a marriage for her to the son of another wealthy family, a man she barely knew. Desperate, she sought Tunde out, asking him to run away with her. But Tunde, wise beyond his years, refused. "Running won't change the world, Aisha," he said. "We must fight from within." Heartbroken but determined, Aisha made a stand against her family, refusing the arranged marriage. In the end, her father relented, not out of kindness, but because he saw that she would never be happy otherwise. Years passed, and Tunde's hard work paid off. He graduated top of his class, securing a job in one of the biggest engineering firms in the country. He returned, not as the poor boy from Makoko, but as a man worthy of standing beside Aisha. Their love had endured every storm, and when Tunde finally asked for Aisha's hand, Chief Adeyemi could no longer deny their bond. Under the same moonlight where their love was born, they vowed to build a future together, one where wealth and poverty didn't define love, but the strength of their hearts did. As Tunde settled into his new role as a rising engineer, he found himself caught in the complexities of corporate politics. Many of his colleagues, aware of his background, saw him as an outsider. Meanwhile, Aisha faced her own struggles, Though she was engaged to Tunde, whispers of doubt circulated in her social circle. Could a man from Makoko truly belong in their world? Determined to silence the critics, Aisha started a foundation dedicated to improving education in impoverished communities. She and Tunde worked tirelessly to bridge the gap between privilege and poverty. Despite their love, the pressures mounted. Tunde's demanding career took him to other cities, and Aisha's responsibilities grew with her foundation. Distance tested their relationship. Were they still the same people who had fallen in love under the moonlight? Misunderstandings arose. Aisha felt neglected, while Tunde struggled with self-doubt. For the first time, love alone didn't seem enough. A scandal rocked the city. A business rival framed Tunde for corruption, and his reputation was on the line. Aisha's father, never fully convinced of Tunde, used the situation to try and separate them. In the darkest moment of his life, Tunde questioned everything. Should he fight for his innocence or walk away from the life he had built? Aisha stood by Tunde, defying her father once again. With the help of her legal team, she uncovered the conspiracy. The truth set Tunde free, and he emerged stronger than ever. Realizing that their love had withstood every test, they renewed their vows in a simple yet meaningful ceremony, surrounded by those who truly mattered. As they looked at the stars, hand in hand, they knew their love was eternal, written in the moonlight that first brought them together.